This is called Blue False Indigo, and which is the name of a flower in Kansas. And it's a piece that is forthcoming in my book, Bodies of the Holocene. And there's a quote at the end from the philosopher Wittgenstein. It's kind of a lyric memoir piece, Blue False Indigo. And this is at the end of a marriage. On a hillside, where nights before I had seen in my telescope the green effusion of a nebula, I stooped to gather seeds. I lifted antlered branches of blue false indigo, their pods as thick as painterly flames, their pods in which the black seeds skittered little rhythms of potential, the rainstorm dance, a dry slickness before change. I shook this deadness gently. I split the pods, took the seeds, planted them at home years ago, and waited. To look at that distance is to see where one lives. It is the same place as this, and it's not. Just as seeds are still themselves, but altered within a new black space that may or may not tender them to grow. If you have never seen blue false indigo, walk with me next spring. I could take you to the prairie and stand with you beside these Flint Hills flowers. Nothing they do is mistaken. I love them and can sometimes hardly bear their wild self-fulfillments. I have seen them shake in wind, a kind of cascade that, were these flowers flawed enough to want, they then might want again and again, loathing the wind and giving to it, giving in. Sometimes in my yard, I stood beside the giant sunflowers, the tick seeds and coneflowers, the wisp-blossomed gay feathers, which my wife and I had planted in the ground because we loved that and each other, and the world is its own excellence, whatever errors walk upon it, blind as loamed seeds. But still, I could not send it far enough down past dirt, down to mantle, where only the invisible can live, down to some kind of stony iron boundary, to something hot and consuming, magma, lava, fluids terrible enough to take my shame away, like a sky with green lights, violences, made aesthetic by distance. So I remember too little and too much. So I imagine that when I leave this town, I might press gathered seeds into the ground we worked, do so at night, dirt beneath my nails, while I cry, saying lilacs, saying currants, saying sumac, chanting sorry, 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 unseen, but wanting them to grow for you. And here is what a man said once: how small a thought it takes to fill a whole life. We do not choose it, then we do.